Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, we're going to be doing perhaps one of the final Dopa reviews that I ever do. He has announced that he'll be joining the military after this season for about a year and a half, and it's probably going to be his last season. So he declared he's going for rank 1. He's currently rank 7 on the Korean server. It's a sad day, but look, we've had a good journey, and we're going to have a couple of final reviews on this channel to kick it off. So as you can see guys, if I go into details, he has been demolishing. You can see he's won 337 LP Challenger rank 7 at the moment. He has had an 80, he just went God mode. How do you do this? How do you do this? What is this? How do you do this in Korean Challenger? Literal 83% win rate from his last 40 games. Playing a lot of Orianna, a lot of TF, nothing new there. So without further ado, let's jump straight into today's video. Before we hit the riff, guys, I want to thank you all for 200k subscribers. I really didn't think I'd ever get here, honestly. I started this channel like 4 years ago, just doing random highlights and stuff. I didn't really know what I was doing with my life. I was still at uni, but I'm definitely glad that you guys have helped me to do this for a living. It's been fucking sweet, and hopefully we can continue to make sweet content on this channel in years to come. As we hit the riff, guys, it is an Orianna versus an Akali matchup. For the rune page, it's a phase rush setup, very common for the Orianna. You don't really see any other rune pages for Ori. Sometimes you'll see somebody go a little bit more aggressive with Summon Airy. Or they go for Unsealed Spellbook if they need to transition into a cleanse in the mid-late game. But overall, Phase Rush is the favored runes for Orianna. Your secondaries is Time Warp and Biscuit Delivery. And of course, a Corrupting Potion to start. It's going to be very, very hard to out-sustain Orianna in the early game. You should be able to harass this Akali off of the wave, completely dominate her, force an early teleport back into the lane, and start building CS and XP advantages. For Dopa level 1, we all know he likes to provide as much vision and information for his team as possible. Dopa is never AFK level 1. Never AFK level 1. Try and either get vision on where the enemy's jungle is starting. Try and make sure to prevent the enemy jungler coming in for an invade to steal a buff. Sometimes they'll late invade red or blue buff. Just check one of the entrances to make sure that's not happening. And you can see Dopa here. He's topside. It looks like the Olaf is positioning to try and get a late invade onto the blue. They get the vision. And Camille goes in onto the Lucian. Looking like a little bit of a spicy trade. And he's going to sack the early lane for this. It seems like Akali might try and come across, so it's not that bad. And the Olaf tries to dive the Camille and actually dies. Beautiful. Completely, perfectly played defensive level 1. They provide the vision. They set up, shut the Olaf down in the early game. And hopefully harass this Akali off of the wave a little bit to get Dopa started in the lane. Nice harass. And maybe they'll share a little bit of XP, but it shouldn't be too bad. A lot of pros in this game as well, guys. You got Sandbox Dove. You got River, who's PSG's jungler. We saw River didn't get a play in the play-in stage, guys, because of like quarantine or something issues, but he should be back for the groups. You got Rich, and probably a couple other pros that I'm missing. So for the early game, guys, Q start on Orianna. It's all about managing your wave and managing your spacing. Every time the Akali moves up for CS, you want to get auto, Q, auto. Pretty simple. Level 2, get the W, Q, W, auto. It's pretty basic, right? You shouldn't really have to take too many risks in the lane. Orianna has beautiful spacing, and you can see Dopa on almost every CS, he's looking to weave those autos and weave those trades in. That move up. Get that phase rush and proc as many autos as you can. Orianna autos definitely hurt and can chunk out the enemy as he doesn't quite get to zone out that cannon minion. And the wave's going to slow shove back into the Akali here. Let's see what he does with it. My guess is you could hard shove this and harass the Akali as much as you can under tower because they're about to skirmish, it seems, in the river. The priority is very important. Okay, Akali moving in. But we've got to pop his potions here. Making sure to move. He moves in. Ekram should die, right? But is this winnable? Let's see. Just trying to play the spacing. He has his flash, remember. Flashes forward. Just autos his way to a kill. And he has to run and run very fast. He has teleported. Remember, guys. Wait, Lucian? Uh-oh. And we'll hit that base. And probably teleport back. Actually, wait. Oh my god. Did you see what that Alistair just did? I wish I had this in my games. Alistair just pulled away for a massive freeze in the mid lane. The Dopa now has to move in to try and break this freeze, otherwise he's going to lose a shit ton of minions. And you can see, he got to be careful as well, because of no flash, the Alistair might try and wrap around here, so he might have to get zoned from a couple of CS. But always play the safe option, guys. So in Dopa's head here, he's saying, look, I only see Xayah in the bot lane. I have no idea where the Olaf or the Alistair is. So what's he do? He plays it safe. Look at that. He literally even gives the cannon. In your head, if you're thinking to yourself, you have a weird feeling, you're like, maybe they're trying to gank me here. Respect your gut feeling, because a lot of the times, if you go against your gut feeling, the Alistair pops out of the brush and you're like, God damn, I had a feeling he was there. Respect your gut feeling, guys. Sometimes you've got to drop a couple of CS, a couple of XP in order to survive, because if you die, it's going to be much, much worse. So, Akali here looking for a little bit of an aggro trade. You want to play the cooldowns against Akali, okay? E is very long in the early game. The E and the W, so you want to try and play around them. Without them, he really doesn't have that much of a gap closer. And can be harassed. As the wave's going to push in under tower here. The Twisted Fate obviously got nerfed quite hard, guys. Dopa's still playing him, but it looks like he slightly favors the Orianna more. It's just a little bit more consistent. The bans that I've been seeing, he's still been banning Kiana or Talon usually. These perma-roaming champions that he doesn't like to face. It makes a lot of sense. As you see him just continuously look for those QWs onto the Akali. He is currently down CS though. You'd think he'd slowly be able to work his way back. But as we all know, Akali level 6, it has great kill pressure into Orianna, so you have to be very careful. God, he just doesn't want to let this Akali breathe. Luckily, she has the Doran shield to survive and get a little bit of health back. Totally dead even. And groups start tomorrow, guys. I'm so excited. I'm so pumped for groups to start. We've got some bangers tomorrow. Ooh. How far behind is Dopa? If he hits 6 off these next 3, he's actually pretty even. Alright, he's 6 now. He might try and pull an ultimate if he can get in. He's looking for it. Instead, he's just going to try and zone as much as possible. He'll try and keep this wave probably until the next one crashes. If you can just tank these minions here, try and stop the base, you'll get a freeze, okay? You see it a lot when you watch players like Bjergsen, players like Faker. Always try and pull the wave if you're looking to harass and create a freeze. It looks like the Akali might base here, so Dopa might just go for a hard shove. He wants them, yeah, the Akali fake bases, goes into the brush. Dopa had a feeling, and he can't really move in here with no sums, can he? So he'll be late to this roam. Well done by the Akali. Should get in there first, and let's see if anything is able to... No. Gosh, he's gonna die. Rest in peace, my brother. That's the importance of vision. Have no vision of the Akali. Akali level 6 all in it'll kill you here. Level 6 Akali all in, if she hits all the spells, you're done. And it's very hard to miss spells on Akali nowadays. But he shoves it in. And the Hecarim making his way over to the blue buff. He should be able to pick this up. Looks like top lane struggling into the Lucian. And the enemy Xayah getting pretty far ahead. This is going to be a tough game to come into. But whenever Dopa plays these, you know, Orianna, Twisted Fate, he never stresses, man. It's calm, it's composed, it's farming. It's being as consistent as possible. So a lot of the times his team will get behind in the early game, but he doesn't give up, he doesn't tilt. He farms, he looks for the opportunities to get back into the game. So he should finally be able to get a base. Probably lost chapter here, right? Cool. Fake bases, looking to get a hard shove to try and shove a wave in so the Akali misses it. And Akali is in the base, so... Will she miss many of them? Oh, gets the cannon just. She'll miss some of this wave here as Dopa goes for the hard shove. Akali now with Mercs and Revolver, pretty lethal. As Dopa gets his base. Lost chapter instantly. Procs that corrupting potion for the boost. Gets boots. And he's off to the races back into the mid lane. And I've been watching Dopa's climb this last month, guys. He has been utilizing dodging a lot, okay? It's common for him to dodge like 3 games per day. Like, he dodges so much at the moment to get the perfect comps and the perfect teammates. That's why he's... Yeah, that's honestly one of the... Nice ultimate, Kappa. That's why he's had such a good win rate, guys. He's playing very slow. He's playing patient with his teams. Should be able to pick up those double buffs for the Olaf. Carly looking pretty low. Dopa can't quite get in. Should be a 1. Oh, can he get in? He has flash if he wants to flash. Flash is over, grabs the Alistar. Lantern comes across, looking for the Lucian now. Really well played by blue side. And they take back the gold lead by 200 gold. Well done. No flash now, though. Needs to be cautious of the Akali. Even though she's only 2 and 2. Still pretty bloody lethal. It's going to be hard for him to side lane. So I'm interested to see how he approaches the game post 20 minutes. Just because I don't really know how you can side lane as Orianna post 20 without getting all in by the Lucian or the Akali. Back to base. Probably has enough for boots. What do we see? Okay. We see the blasting one. He's prepping for Ludens. Did he sell? Did he sell pink there, maybe? I love the Orianna Hecarim combo at the moment. So strong, man. Great ball delivery. He utilizes the movement speed very well. So Dopa, guys, for those uninformed, everyone in Korea, every male, I believe, has to do a mandatory military service before the age of 30, maybe? Something like that. Like, even Faker will have to do his military service before 30. So I think Dopa has announced he's going to be, after this season, he's going to do his mandatory 1.5 years. And it's probably going to be his last season. He's not really sure what he's going to do afterwards. So it's kind of sad to see. We all knew it was coming. Didn't know when he was going to do it or what was happening with it. I think in order to forego the military service in Korea, you have to like be an Olympic gold medalist or some type of like huge award winner of some degree. Obviously, rank 1 in solo queue, in my opinion, it should potentially get you out of the military service. But look, probably why I'm not a leader of a country, and Dopa will have to do it as he gets a teleport into the bot lane to join the skirmish. What's going on? Comes in. Watch the ball control. Has ultimate. And just looks like he's going to try and protect his Ashe. Doesn't pull ult. Plays it very slow. And back to the mid lane he goes. But Dopa has said, you know, before he goes to the military, he wants rank 1 Korea. Obviously, he can't stream in Korea. But maybe also rank 1 super server if he has enough time. So that will be very interesting if we get matchups. Bjergsen versus Dopa. Caps versus Dopa. We could see it. Not impossible. Before he heads off, wouldn't that be a banger? As he's looking to react to this bot lane dive. Pops ultimate, waits for the 2-man ult. Should grab 2 kills up for himself here. And we are 5-0. But we're still 1,000 gold behind on his team. It's gonna really have to be a 1v9. This Ashe is getting too far behind on the Xayah. And he'll have enough for Ludens here. I don't know if you want to go Soul Stealer this game early. Because with no sums into an Akali, Lucian, Olaf, you're probably going to die. Sork's picked up. Get that extra movement speed and flat magic penetration. Lucian with another solo onto this Camille. My boy Rich. I think Rich was one of the best HOTS players maybe in the world or in Korea. He was like the faker of another game, right? I think it was HOTS. And then he transitioned back to League of Legends, and he's a freak show of a player. Pretty cool. I guess the game he was playing kind of died out. So he made it over to the GOAT, world's #1 game, League of Legends. You know what's sad? Maybe we won't see Dopa test out all the new items. We'll see, we'll see. Hopefully there's enough time. A lot of broken items on PB at the moment, boys. I haven't really had a chance to test them out with worlds going on and stuff, but I'll eventually get there. Could be a pretty spicy preseason. Can we get a leash for this blue buff, please, Camille? Thank you. The gold lead just keeps getting bigger and bigger for red side. As the Akali Gunblade, QE, ult hits, okay, well, I did say it. That's a big shutdown over to the Akali, but I knew it was gonna, like, into this Akali matchup, you're bound to get picked out at one point. It's very hard to survive. It's the dumb thing about Akali at the moment. It's why she's one of the strongest mid laners. If you find an immobile opponent with that Gunblade spike, dead. Doesn't matter what the scoreline is or what's happening, you're dead. Too much damage. As good bloody flash by the Thresh, mate. It'll be 2 kills as the spectator decides, we don't want to watch that. We want to watch Dopa run down the mid lane, apparently. Second item, what are we looking at? We got Morello. We could get an Hourglass, Banshees. Plenty of items to be picked. I think defensive is the best. Get a little bit of health. You see some Oriannas, like Knight, like Rookie, favor the Spellbinder. But into this type of game, it's definitely not the greatest of purchases. You can't really... A good offense is always a good defense in these type of games, so... Very doubtful we'll see that item come out. As a 4k gold lead has amounted for red side. Dopa is behind on CS and experience. Let's see if he can come back into the game as always. Flash is up. Not side laning yet either. 16 minutes in. And he's asking for assistance on this mid wave. It's a bit hard. Does he want to swap out with the Ashe here? What's going on? Maybe he wants Thresh to hover him? You see this Alistar wrapping around with Lantern. Herald's up. Hecarim kind of wants it. Gonna fight over it? Maybe. What's your predictions for Worlds, boys? I did my pick'ems yesterday. It's very spicy. I think my group winners was Suning, Damwon, Genji, and Top. Just my predictions. Hopefully my pick'ems go very well. Let me know who your favorites are for each group in the comments if you want to let me know. Also in my Discord, we're doing a pick'ems little competition if you want to win some skins or something. Okay. Are they able to siege this mid lane? No Ashe are. Yeah, probably not. He's running low on mana, right? Probably has enough for Oblivion Orb here for a base, maybe, if he needs it. And the mid lane meta at Worlds has been very interesting. I thought we'd see a lot more Akali. Some mid laners couldn't play Lucian, Akali, Sylas. I don't know why. Were they scared of picking them? No Irelia either. Like, I'm not sure what's going to happen in groups. I think... You know, the groups is where we see the big boy mid laners come through, and where I remember there was a Kassadin blind picked, I believe, into Bolulu, and Bolulu had like, bro, he had like Trist, he had Kiana. There's so many AD picks available, and he defaulted back to Kassadin. Sorry, Azir. He picked Azir into blind pick Kassadin because his champ pool wasn't deep enough to. It was so crazy to watch that draft, but some players just want to default back to comfort, I guess. That Kassadin obviously ended up going like 10 plus kills or something ridiculous and carried. As we're going to fight over the third Drake. Infernal Soul. For this game, Dopa trying to get some good ball control. Your ball should always be known as like an area zone. Ults himself, flashes out, and he just straight up dies to the Akali all in. But how's the team fight going to go? If they can secure the Drake, I think it's worth even like a 3 for 5, but they get the Drake. I would be happy with that. They get the Drake. What is it? So 3 for 3, and they get Drake. Stalling the Infernal Soul Point for ages. This is perfect. I'm happy with this. Oh, what? Rich? What a freak show. I like the Camille into Lucian as the game progresses. The Lucian falls off a lot. Just get the all-in on top of him. He's donezo. And then Olaf will get kited. I like their comp. It's just going to take time to get there. The Ashe has gone the Essence Reaver build, so the CDR for the ultimates. And Dopa does pick up the Oblivion. It looks like he's just going to rush the Morello here. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. The healing reduction, I mean, it's useful. But maybe Oblivion into Hourglass, I would enjoy. But the healing reduction, it's never bad. Just if he had Hourglass in a lot of these fights, he would, there's Akali just hunting for him. He'd survive that pretty easily. Picks the Morello up now. Olaf looking for the Ashe on the map. Come on, can he get there? He can't. Rest in peace, Ashe. 1 and 8. The 2 and 12 bot lane. How to carry a 2 and 12 bot lane. Let's see. 3k gold behind. Their top side is fine. Their top side is very strong. Camille, Heck, Orianna are very far ahead. They've just got to find the right fight. Dopa has no flash here. Gets knocked up. Oh, does he blast plants away? Can he live? Can he live? Ultimates. Hecarim trying for the Akali. Huge shutdown over to him. The pony. And God, that was risky, man. No summoners, but he ends up living. And now Hecarim and Camille. Oh, the Ashe arrow just goes wide. But Camille's coming in now. Dopa just playing slow in the back line. It's a free kill onto the Alistar. Trying to make his way into the fight here. Camille ult comes through, grabs the kill. Oh, and that is an ace over the blue side. And it should mean a Baron Nashor here. Really nice fight. Really slow played. Dopa just trying to provide as much shielding and assistance for his team. And Rich with a beautiful flank. 10 stacks on the 10 stacks on the Dark Seal now. I wonder if he will go Soul Stealer. His flash is coming back up. I wouldn't hate it. And he does. God damn it. Soul Stealer is so broken if you guys didn't know. Such a cost of fish. Like, it's disgusting the stats in this item. Especially when playing a champion like Orianna who can give a lot of shielding. It's very easy to get assists and start stacking it up. Into an Akali though, it's pretty monk a W. Overextended like this can always lead to a death, but we see the Akali in the bot lane. And he'll probably just run this up and take the risk. He has phase rush. Typical. This is such a typical Dopa play here. I thought for sure he's going to commit for that tower as everyone just fought like idiots in the bot lane. But it looks like he's going to run it in as fast as he can to try and regroup. Orianna split so much slower than Twisted Fate with the Lich Bane in the side lanes. With no Thresh and Hecarim low, I think they... When's Dragon? 30 seconds? I think they can still fight it. Just depends if they want to. I don't think they need to. Their scaling is fine. Hurricane picked up by the Ashe. Oh my god, Camille. Dopa has flash now, so he can play a little bit more aggressive, guys. Looks like Hecarim wants to trade mid lane tower for the dragon. It's decent. It opens up. Oh. No fight breaks out. They're going to wait for the Camille. Camille has TP, though. Maybe she can get a deep flank behind. Let's see if they get the all-in. We've got the Ashe if we need it. She's pinging. She wants to go for it. Anyone ready? And they get spotted by Vision. They're going to siege up the mid lane with this Nash. Oh, the TP flank behind. We're going to need kill. Camille, where's Camille? Camille? Asha? Beautiful pick onto the Xayah. Xayah has no R. And this corridor is actually pretty decent for the Orianna to play into. Utilize her ball zone. And that was a sick fight. 2 for none. Should be able to get the mid. 3 for 1. 4 for 1. It's an ace. That's a Bud Light ace. Go! Wait, is it? No, Lucian lives. But Dopa got 20 stacks on that Soul Stealer. And he is just living it up on this Orianna pick because he's still got the hold of Summoners for next fight. And he is probably going to go for that Hourglass next, guys. Hourglass or Banshees, like I was saying, very defensive item. It's going to prevent their all-in. It's better than the Void or Death Cap at this point because it doesn't matter how much damage you have if you're dead. You're not going to be dealing any, are you? You're dead. So 3 minutes and 30 seconds until the Infernal Soul. That's where the team fight that will probably determine the winner of this game will be held. 2k gold advantage for Dopa now. His team. And should also have a gold advantage over the Akali. I mean, I just want to see them group at this point. Camille got stopwatch. Hecarim's huge. Just ARAM it down with Ashe. She keeps missing these arrows, but she has high CDR, so it's not the end of the world. So pretty much no side, like very minimal side laning from Dopa, hasn't there? It's pretty much just been him reacting to waves and then just moving across for the ARAM. He still managed to keep up in CS, but it's not that 10 CS per minute, you know? It's 7, 8 CS per minute because he's not up topside farming waves. He's more so just playing with the team rather than playing against them and putting a pressure point on the other side of the map. It's the big difference between playing this Orianna and playing the Twisted Fate, is that you're probably going to be grouping a lot more. So your CS numbers can still be high, but you can't get every wave on the side lane because you're less mobile. You split push slower, and you're better a facilitator with the team rather than in the side lane against it. This team fight could go either way. They're starting to slowly get a big gold lead though. They're starting to suck out all the gold from the enemy jungle and resources. But, I mean, Lucian's 3 items. Olaf's almost 3. Akali almost death cap. We just completely obliterate Dopa in a one-shot. It looks like he wants to stay around to try and complete the Hourglass or Banshees. How much gold he's sitting on? We've got Nash in 10 seconds. They don't have long, like, you do not want to give Infernal Soul for this, as the arrow comes through. Hecarim going for the Akali. Puts the ball into the Hecarim. Gonna try and run it down. They're gonna have to disengage. Infernal Soul, 30 seconds as the fight looks to break out. Beautiful corridor for the Orianna to fight in. And watch this ball. He has to blow the flash. It should mean Lucian dies, though. There's one over. Has ultimate. Just gets in there. 25 stacks over to the Orianna. They should move it into the dragon now. But he had to blow his flash. Luckily, on his next team fight after the base, he'll have his defensive item, so it won't be that bad. And they'll pick up this dragon. Hecarim are having a field day with this Orianna. They work so well together. Such a good like mid-jung duo if you want to set up, if you have a jungle friend or a mid lane friend if you play jungle. Always nice to have friends. You hate to see it. EP coming in. This is risky, brother. A little bit risky. Lucian. He's fine. He's fine. Puts the ball in that brush to provide vision, and he'll base. Pretty simple. They should come out and just 5v5 contest on the Nash. Dopa picks up his Banshees. It's weird how he favors the Banshees. That's why I didn't want to commit to saying, you know, he's going to go an Hourglass. He loves the Banshees to prevent that first all-in. Not a bad choice. You can stay, you know, like when you're in stasis with the Hourglass, you're not dealing damage. You're not helping your team out. You're just sitting there. Golden little boy. When you got the Banshees, you know, you can still play up and play aggressive. Double TP into the mid lane, looking for the last ARAM of the game, perhaps. Watch the ball, puts it in the little corridor. Trying to help out the Hecarim. Can maybe get a two-man ult, but he disengages. He just gives up on the Hecarim. Ali. Ooh, can we get him? Surely. Surely. QW. Ultimates for the kill. Still not over yet. This Xayah is huge. Nice, nice. Dopa trying to play in the outskirts. No flash, remember. Picks up the Alistar. And he just wants to play, yep, ahead with the Camille. As only one is left now on the Olaf. As the Camille should be able to pick him up with her mobility and the help of Dopa's balls. Oh yeah. As the 12th kill for Dopa goes over now. Beautiful game. They'll pick up the Nash here. Should be able to siege out and end afterwards. You love to see it. Nice, calm, collected Orianna. They got behind for a little bit in this game. He stayed composed. He got picked out once or twice with bad positioning. But other than that, you can see in these team fights, guys, he's not usually the aggressor, is he? He's more the facilitator as the Orianna. You're sitting back. You're making sure to watch your positioning, watch your ball zone, and just... You're a tax man, tax collector. You just say, killed here. Yep, thank you very much. Shield you here. Ult here. Grab those stacks for my Soul Stealer as he grabs the Void Staff. At this stage of the game, Void Staff, very important. You got Death Dance over onto the Olaf. You got some Emma on the alley. It's a fine pickup. Should be the next fight. Should be the game ender. So, always maximize. He picks up the elixir as well, guys. Always maximize your gold spend if you think the next team fight is the last one. You got an Elder, you got a Baron fight coming up. Elixir, okay? The gold value on it is insane. Me? I do an elixir as early as I can. I think the item is completely busted. Fix the Olaf here. Oh, somebody's here. That Ali looking for a flank behind. Oh, Lucian. Ultimate hits. And the Lucian doesn't get any damage over onto Dopa. And that should mean the game has ended. They should be able to siege it up, right? They got Baron. Ali hunting. You want some? You want some of this? Come on then. Dopa not giving anything to him. That's it for the review, guys. I reckon they end this through. Hopefully you've enjoyed it and learned something. You know, take it all in. We're not going to get many reviews left, which is it's pretty sad, but we had a good run, lads. Hopefully you've enjoyed it, and until next time, I'll catch us all later. Peace.